How you doing, my hypelings? HMK here once again with another video, daily dose of Zelda hype going into Breath of the Wild. We are almost there. We're almost 20 days away from the big release of the biggest and grandest new Zelda game yet on the Nintendo Switch. So before I get into this video, a couple things. One, this video will contain some light spoilers because it does have some pictures from Game Informer, and one of these pictures has something to do with something that, you know, a boss that people may not want to see or whatnot. So I mean, it does contain some light spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled with these photos, then click away the video right now. Also, we are almost 1,000 subscribers away from 100k. We're about to hit 99k, guys. We're almost there. If we hit 100k before March, then I'm giving away a Nintendo Switch. And be sure to enter my existing Breath of the Wild giveaway. Everything you need to know in the description box below. So let's get into it. So the first picture from Game Informer, like, you know, this is kind of like a little mini big blowout compared to what Nintendo does on their own Zelda page on Facebook. So it's very, you know, much like this. We get some pictures of the world of Hyrule. And the first picture I want to talk about, which really gets me excited because, yo, I'm a sucker for ice and snow areas and stuff. And here we see a type of cave-ish ice realm. It looks really nice. You know, these, of course, they're a little mountainous region. They look like stalagmites or stalactites. What would you call that? One from the ceiling, one from above, whatever. It connects from a ceiling to below. I mean, it doesn't even look like there might be a ceiling because, you know, when you try to zoom into this picture, the clarity gets compromised. But it looks more like, you know, a forest of stone trees in a snowy land. That's the best way I can describe it. But man, this area, the architecture, everything, like, from what we see what Nintendo's doing with this icy area, I'm so excited because there are gonna be multiple snowy areas, multiple mountainous regions. Off the Great Plateau, there is Mount Hylia and other vast snowy regions. And we saw a big ice mountain like a couple of weeks ago, straight from Nintendo, but here we have a more condensed ice area. This looks really nice. I feel like there's gonna be some, you know, icy minions or icy monsters, or maybe even animals that, you know, like to hang around in this icy areas that are just gonna jump out of the snow at you. You know, bears, wolves, moblins, choo-choos. Man, this just looks nice. I'm really excited from this one picture because, you know, Zelda games never really had a full-scale, like, forest area that you can, like, you know, scope around, and we're gonna get that in Breath of the Wild. We almost got that in Twilight Princess back when the game was first revealed at E3 2004, but, you know, they never really acted on that. So seeing regions like this in both forest and ice gets me really excited. All right, so let's get to the next one, and the next one I'm gonna show off is a grassy plain with some trees, some evergreen looking trees, and you can see a stable in the background. But boy, that is a big lightning bolt that just struck the ground. You know, I'm not too much into science, but usually doesn't lightning hit the tallest object that it can, that's, you know, connected to ground? So maybe it's attacking the trees, but you can see the lightning bolt obviously striking the ground. So that looks cool, and it's right next to a stable. And maybe this place can catch fire, and then you'll have to save it from the lightning because, you know, the physics and the engine of this game is going to be massive. Thanks to the storm, we can't really see much off into the distance since everything gets blurred out. But we do see that it might be a mountainous region beyond the forest and whatnot, because we do see the Sheikah Tower up in the distance. So that's really cool. I'm really excited for, like, how the weather is going to be super dynamic in this game, you know. And a lot of people say this, that every time someone plays Breath of the Wild in different regions, it's going to be different for everybody because of the weather. And I am so ready. And also, guys, be careful because lightning can kill you in this game. You know, they keep on stressing that fact. If you have a bunch of metal objects or anything that's metal on you, it obviously conducts electricity, and you can get struck by lightning and die. Not really, we don't really know how many hearts a lightning bolt strike on Link would take, but, you know, given to what history and what the human body can handle, it probably could take a lot, maybe like 6 to 10 hearts. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, so let's get to the next one, and the next one is our boy Beetle. Yes, once again, gotta take that L, you know, because I was very skeptical on if this is gonna be Beetle or not, but, you know, obviously right here we have confirmation, and man, our boy is looking jacked. I mean, yo, he did not skip leg day. Look at those arms, look at that stomach. Oh my goodness. I mean, because look at that big ass backpack he has to tote around. My boy Beetle. So how Beetle's gonna work apparently in this game is that he's gonna be hanging around some, I would say, inhabited areas, including stables and maybe even towns, and he's gonna be walking with his giant backpack full of goodies, and he's gonna sell you all the things you need on your adventure. Or I mean, like, you know, just sell you some cool stuff like maybe vegetables, meats, bottles maybe. I'm not entirely sure because no one really went up to Beetle and talked to him to see what wares he might be selling. But, you know, our boy's back. So yeah, Beetle with a giant Beetle backpack. You know, that's what a lot of people are saying. But yo, it's Beetle. It's Beetle. I'm ready for Beetle. Oh boy. And one thing I like to say about Beetle and just like, you know, the entirety of Hyrule, one thing that Game Informer did say that I'm really excited about is that even though this world of Hyrule is huge, the biggest Hyrule ever, it's dense with content. That's the one big thing that I was really scared about, but now that they say that, my doubts are put to rest. Alright, moving on. Here we have two Stalmoblins. Yes, these are the interpretation of Moblins in Breath of the Wild, and they're Stalmoblins because from what we see, there's going to be a lot of stall versions of enemies. Stalmoblins, Stalbokoblins, maybe Stall Lizaflows. We've yet to see actual stall foes, but we're gonna have to wait and see if they do actually make appearance in this game, since, you know, everyone and their mothers are getting like stall forms, and basically stall is the skeletal form of enemies. And here we have Link wearing the quilted shirt and having that giant sledgehammer ready to fight these things. And you know, the sledgehammer, it's a good weapon to mine. Not even a weapon, it's a good tool to mine rocks and whatnot. But it said that it's not that great for combat. So going against these two big moblins and one with a moblin spear, those moblin weapons are really, really powerful. They go up like 20 plus attack strength. It looks like he's gonna be... He's gonna have his balls rocked. You know, he's out for a bad time. And Game Informer confirmed some really cool, interesting piece about how enemy AI is gonna work in this game. Because one thing that's been about in a lot of Zelda games since Ocarina of Time is that when you Z-target an enemy, usually enemies wait their turn until you're done with one enemy and then they attack you. That's completely gonna be out of the window in Breath of the Wild. It looks like if there's multiple enemies, you will get like you'll get throttled. They are not gonna wait for you to take down an enemy. You're gonna have to think of strategy in order to deal with all these enemies at the same time, because they will be trying to attack you at the same time, which it sounds extremely challenging, and I'm ready. And the fact that enemies like this can do like 6 to 10 to even more hearts of damage, oh boy, Breath of the Wild, bring on the booty blasting. Oh my goodness. Alright, next up we have, yes, our boy the Windblight Ganon. I've already done a video on this. I went a lot of detail about how he could fight, what he could be. According to Game Informer, this guy will fly around, make tornadoes, and is able to shoot spikes out of that big gun-looking arm of his. And he is the boss of the first dungeon that they were brought out, which is the moving dungeon. No confirmation, but heavily alluded to be the bird, the divine beast bird that's moving around. You're gonna have to take out all of the malice and stuff. I explained a lot of this in my Windblight Ganon video, which is like, oh, the first dungeon boss revealed, but I didn't really, you know, specify because of heavy spoilers. But I did talk a little bit about Windblight Ganon. So if you want to check out that video is going to be attached to the annotation. Not the annotation, but like the end card slate of this video. So if you want to check out what I want to say more about Windblight Ganon, because I'm not going to take another 10 minutes talking about this dude saying the same thing I already said, go check that out at the end of the video. So guys, these screens, they look beautiful. You know, there's not a lot of huge detail in these screens other than the fact that we're seeing some new areas and whatnot. And I'm heavily excited for Breath of the Wild, especially with all of this expansive land and different regions, snow, ice, desert, nighttime, wind. Oh, I am ready. I know you guys are ready. So let me know what you think about these screens in the description box. Why do I keep saying that? Let me know what you think about these screens in the comment section below. Leave your thoughts, theories, and questions and more in the comment section below. And be sure to enter my existing Breath of the Wild giveaway and subscribe for more on HMK. We're almost at 100k. If we hit it before March, giving away a Switch. So guys, until the next Zelda Breath of the Wild hype video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.